there is a new cut of Rocky 4 coming. Rocky 4, the director's cut,
Yeah, I've heard about
releasing
this.
in theaters and on 4K November 11th.
Hmm.
Not much is known as far as what differs, except you remember that robot that was Polly's gift
Yeah,
in the movie?
they're
That
cutting it out, right?
that robot will not be in there.
Yeah.
Um, hey, look, if it means we're getting more of Apollo Creed before he dies, I'm for it. If we get
Yeah.
a longer fight sequence that's a little bit more violent,
Hmm.
not as far as Apollo Creed goes, but Rocky versus Drago, I'm for it. Or to maybe see a little bit more of Dolph Lundgren's character and see more of his how he handles all the pressure of Russia, the entire country on him. Like maybe some slower scenes, like where he's like, I don't know, trying to deal with all that pressure. Is there anything that you would want to see from this director's cut?
Yeah, I definitely want to see it. I don't know what. Yes. Sorry.
It's okay.
Um, Rocky Four. What people look? People love Rocky Four. I saw it in the theater. I love Rocky Four.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. It's the nostalgia, but it's very 80s. Super. It's a music video. It's a bunch of montages. It's a bunch of. It's a little bit campier than what's going on. How's Leroy? I don't know. I don't know, but I'd like to see a more serious take on it. And if that's what Stallone's doing, I'm in. I definitely want to see this. I'm definitely check it out. But.
Yeah, I think Rocky 4 heavily focused on Stallone and his side. I wouldn't mind seeing a little bit more of Drago, especially after what we saw in Creed 2.
Creed 2, it's not exactly.
If you remember in Creed 2, maybe the best scene is when Drago is sitting down next to Rocky. They were face to face, and
At his
Dolph
restaurant.
Lundgren, who is pretty damn good in that scene as an actor, he says, "Me, I lost everything.
He was disgraced.
I was disgraced in Russia after that fight."
Yeah.
I would love to see a little bit of behind the scenes of that. Maybe not, because I don't know if they would have filmed more, but leading up to it, like all the politics behind Drago and him being the face of Russia.
Right.
Of course, we're gonna see Apollo Creed's death in 4K, which yeah, I don't know. That fight still disturbs me to this day, because it's a lot of buildup. It's a lot of excitement. You got James Brown like performing live, living in America, and Apollo Creed dancing and whatnot, and he's all confident until he touches gloves with Drago, and Drago's like, "I must break you," and it's like, "Oh man, what's gonna happen next."
Yeah.
And would you agree that other than the first Rocky movie, Rocky 4 is the most important one because it sets up Creed, because of the ramifications that happen in Rocky 5 with the brain trauma?
Because of Creed, it became important.
Yeah.
Prior to Creed, I would have not necessarily. I would have Rocky, the first one, and then probably Rocky Balboa,
where he does one more fight.
Right.
Yeah.
Which I know people think is kind of ridiculous. Rocky Balboa is really good. I don't know what.
I love Rocky Balboa, the last one.
Yeah, me too. It's really good. But yeah, I definitely going kind of retroactively. Yeah, Creed definitely reached back and went, "Oh, okay." So it added a little more depth to what happened with Apollo. Made it that much more tragic for both characters, for both Creed, for both Rocky and Adonis. So yeah, I think I would agree with that. I would agree with that. And maybe there's something. I doubt it. Obviously, Adonis was a product of an affair that Apollo was probably having, or Cole was obviously having. So I don't know. Maybe we see some more backstory with him. Like we didn't
Leroy
really get to
is
see.
so correct on this point right here. Apollo was not properly
Yeah.
trained for Drago, and
No, he wasn't taking it seriously.
Rocky even warned him, like in the dressing room before he went out. He was like, "Hey, man, look, I don't know about this. We need to maybe postpone the fight, get some more training." And he's like,
Yep.
"Nah, man, I'm in the best shape of my life. Come on, man."
Yep.
He's just like,
Yep.
"Oh, man." And then so
it was an exhibition. He's like, it's an exhibition. We're just gonna go out there and kind of punch a little bit, and then that's it. He thought he was gonna just be a cakewalk. Yeah, no, Drago wasn't playing around, man. He was taking that seriously. So.
I think Apollo from the first movie could probably take on Drago.
Definitely.
I mean, that was what, like from 1 to 4. How much time passed? Like 5, 6
10 years.
10 years.
Yeah, about 10 years.
If it's Apollo from the first movie, he stands a much better chance against Drago.
That's interesting because he didn't even want to fight. He didn't think he could fight Clubber Lang in Rocky 3. That's why he wanted Rocky to fight him and beat him. So it's weird that he thought he could beat this guy. He didn't think he could beat Clubber Lang. He wouldn't have beaten Clubber Lang. Clubber Lang is the best boxer in all these movies, to be honest.
Mr. T? Yeah. Clubber Lang, man, he would have.
He was.
I think
he was tough.
I think Clubber Lang would have hurt Drago. But Drago would have, like, after maybe the second round, he would have just.
I don't know, man.
Clubber Lang is like
bad dude.
Mike Tyson, man. He can boom. He can punch. The thing is, Rocky had like an iron chin. He could take all the punches, man.
Right.
And like he, his focus was speed. That's how he beat, Clubber. So
right.
I don't know, man. Didn't they have a Rocky game where you could play as all these boxers or something like Fight Night or Knockout Kings?
Really?
Yeah.
What? I just love Knockout Kings. I don't know. I didn't know that.
I thought they did. Yeah, remember Knockout Kings?
Yeah, I love that game.
Nintendo GameCube and
PlayStation 2. I don't know, PS2.
Well, yeah, that too.
Yeah.